So let me share with you a couple of the things that I do as recurring projects that allow me then to pick a date that is a reference date and then set tasks that are relative to the particular date, so that each time I use that template, it will give me a set of tasks that are scheduled so that I will have them completed relative to that particular date in the project. So for example, I create a bi-weekly newsletter called Weekend Upgrade. And so I have a super tag for my Weekend Upgrade. Let's go ahead and create that here. Weekend Upgrade. And I will hit enter here. And we will configure this. And just like we did with the meetings and the custom meetings and the procedures, we're going to extend, but this time we're going to extend the project template super tag. So project template has in it a few things that we haven't seen in the regular project. It does extend project, so it's coming along with the bin dashboard, the project dashboard, the outcome, all of that. So all of that is there. When you use this, you'll have all the features of a regular project. All of that has arrived. Project template extends project, and now we are extending project template. But it adds template purpose, it adds reference date, and then it adds an area here where you can add tasks that need to be scheduled, and also tasks that can be added for other aspects of this project if you want to add them that way. So essentially the primary difference between a template and a procedure in my terminology here is a procedure is a set of checks that you're going to do in one sitting. A project template allows you to schedule those tasks across, however many days or whatever you need to do. So that gives you a little bit broader, bigger possibilities. So let's say for our template purpose here, for Weekend Upgrade, create my bi-weekly newsletter. And then let's say we're not going to put anything in reference date, because reference date is going to be different every time we do it. But we do have some scheduled tasks that we want to create. So hopefully I'll check and make sure this isn't behind my head over here. And so what we're going to do here is once we indent, you'll notice this automatically sets to be a day offset. So what day offset is the number of days from the reference date, whatever you choose for that you want this particular task to be set for when you schedule it. So let's say choose topic is one of these, and you can see they automatically create, the node is configured that way. And then let's say write first draft, and this is not exactly what my process would be, post on Twitter to get subscribers, polish and send, and then let's say also copy post to Medium. So put it on Medium as well. And all of these then need to be set up relative to the date of, I'm going to use for this the date of launch of the newsletter. So that means that about 10 days before I want to choose the topic. And in this case, -10 will do that. I have +5 here, but you don't actually want to use plus. This is a number field, so you can use a regular number for things that are in the future. Write first draft, let's say I want to do that 1 week before. Post on Twitter 5 days before. Polish and send the day of, so a 0 for that. And then let's say I want to copy the post to Medium 2 weeks after I've done that. So I put 14 in that. So all of these now are day offsets. And this template is now ready to go. We're not going to mess with it anymore in the default. What will happen is I will create a new Weekend Upgrade over here, let's say. So Weekend Upgrade, we'll call this Weekend Upgrade 55. I think I'm on like 44 now. Okay. So when I open it up, you'll see over here, it has all the things that we put over there. Simplest purpose will actually be hidden. I have that set up in the version that I'm sending you, so that will go away once it's filled. It won't go away till it's filled, but it'll go away once it's filled. And then we need to pick our reference date. So let's say Weekend Upgrade 55 is going out on November 17th. Okay, so we've picked our reference date. All we have to do now, you see these are still day offsets, is click this button. And when we click it, all of these are going to turn into scheduled tasks that are set up relative to November 17th. So this one was 10 before, so it should be the 7th. Tuesday, November 7th. That'll arrive where I need it. This one is 7 days before, so it should be the 10th, and so forth. What's really cool then, I'm going to show you the rest of them too, but when we go into the project dashboard on the task calendar, you're going to see all of those are set up. We're in November, so it'll be out there on that calendar, the 7th, the 10th. This one's the 5 days before, this is the day of, and this is the 2 weeks after. And there they all are. And if I decide, hey, you know what, I'm not going to be able to do that today, we'll move it to the 8th, and this one is actually going to have to happen on the 11th, and I'm going to post on the Twitter on the 15th, and we'll send it that day. And actually, you're going to be gone that week, so let's post it to Medium on the whatever you need it to be. And now they're all changed. Now they're all wherever they need to be, so you can make those adjustments ridiculously easily if you need to do that. That is how you can create a set of tasks reliably scheduled based on an existing offset to a relative date. Now, I didn't add any here, but if you can come here and add other tasks here that are not scheduled. They don't require any offsets or anything, and you wouldn't add them as tasks to the template over here on the right side. You just add them as plain nodes, and then when you run the template, just like you click that button, let me just create a new one of that so you can see it real quick. If I add to this template, say, also, to be clear, I don't really use this much because I think that most tasks in this kind of a project template would want to be scheduled. But in case you had some that you needed to do that you just needed to do some random time in there, random time task that would be set perhaps as available or something like that. When you do it, all you would need to do when I create my new weekend upgrade here is come down and click that button again, or click that button. It has a task under it now. When I click it, it just turns into a task, and it sets it automatically as available, but you can move it around as you like. So it works the same way. Plain note over here, click that, it turns into a task. The reason I do that is just so that we don't have all tasks that are sitting in your system that aren't actually tasks yet. We want to save them in the template as non-tasks, and then the button click allows us to set those up. So that's it. That's how that works. It's really easy. You can do it with a lot of different kinds of projects that have a reliable set of relationships between a particular date and the tasks that are associated with it. And I use this a lot in my own system. I have many projects that are built this way, and it saves me an unbelievable amount of time. Setting up a newsletter quite literally takes me 15 seconds, and it would be way, way slower than that to set it up manually. So it's really very, very useful.